Greetings, this is Daphne Garrido. Welcome to Of Darkness and Light. Oh, let's take a breath together here. So if you're sitting or listening or wherever you are, try and just like resettle in your seat a little bit. Get your sit bones planted. Maybe just extend your chest out a little bit more. Making sure to keep your neck long and your chin tucked. Let's take a big breath. I'm going to. You should too. All the way in is what I'm about to do. With more sips, and I'm holding it. And I'm relaxing my body. And I let it out, and I hold it out. And then I breathe. Okay. So welcome to my show. I'm going to tell a little saga about my attempts to reach out to family and explain the root of my executive dysfunction again. I have my executive dysfunction as a developed thing of trauma. I have brain pathway issues, which make certain tasks very challenging and stressful, and they have become more stressful by having done them over again to no success, and being constantly referred back to them by everyone I reach out to for help. There's a lack of humanity in society. It's just, this is what's happening. I have family. Many of them I haven't seen in a long time. But I always loved them. And I love them still. And some of them are in California, and some of them are north of Seattle. And then there's my immediate family who is nearby me here, south of Seattle. And I continually reach out and tell them about my artistic endeavors that could be utilized for financial gain with a little stake, with some help. I send emails and text messages. And I'm doing a better job now of communicating with completely free of delusion and explaining with compassion and regret for how I've lashed out through my schizophrenia when I had it and I didn't know I had it. And when I was coming to accept I had it and I didn't realize I was still in delusion. Even when I had it, when I asked for help those first times after realizing I was schizophrenic and assuming, just being like, hey y'all, I'm really sorry for the crazy stuff that happened. I'm schizophrenic. I assumed help would come. I quit my job and I was like, dude, I'm schizophrenic. I gotta quit my job. I gotta handle this. This is really serious. No one's helped me. And it has compounded the problems with executive dysfunction. My teeth hurt right now. That projects into my psyche as stress, and I'm not able to relax because I'm a schizophrenic person, and you have to take care of the body of a schizophrenic person. Putting me on antipsychotics would not fix what happens. It would make me tired and hungry and more stressed out, literally, when it runs out at 20 hours. I've done them before. I did them for 2 months, and they don't do anything except for dumb it down. And that's fine, except for my executive dysfunction will remain while I am an unhelped person with no friends, with no family. And maybe if it offends family who might look and hear, you don't have any family. By action, I have no family. I have people that placate me with, I feel sorry for you and I'm sending prayers, who tell me they don't have any financial coin to spare, and that's fine. But the problem is the lack of like, it is a shutdown. When I get the rarest response, I got one today from my uncle, who is the kindest man that I loved the most, and I sent a message to that was complicated, but I assumed he would read with an open heart. And the response was, "You need to work this out with your parents. We don't have any way to help you." There are systems for that. The same systems which completely turn me away, and I have to face alone as somebody who can't really manage the load of organizational stress with the way my brain is wired. And so this is traumatizing, to be reaching out to people and to be getting blank space back when I'm on the verge of homelessness. And the responses I get back are ignoring the fact that I've clearly stated that I need a specific brand of help, and often instructing nowadays to not lecture me, because I will curse you uncontrollably and I will hate it, because I just explained how the way I've screamed stuff before is an automated trauma response. So please don't traumatize me. And my parents continue to do that in a way that is malicious, that uses my disability against me, that then I can only assume, they use as ammunition in some kind of like, they probably just tell my family that I'm sick. Listen to this thing she said. I got her to say it again. I got her to say it again by doing exactly the same thing that she told me not to do, because it would trigger that response. They're just a sick trans person. This is horrendous that I'm still explaining this. Do you know, if you scroll down my feed, you look how many times, I've got 35 people watching every one of these nowadays. Nobody's donating. People, like, I have another 10 to 12 listening on my podcasts, like right away. And people are just watching. And my teeth are like aching, and I can't take care of myself, and I need genuine help. And it needs to be somebody I know. I need somebody I trust to help me. And so I keep reaching out to these family members who I trust, but they like hate me now because I'm trans. And so then I explain this whole thing about like, hey, listen, I don't have a single care about what you want to call me or whatever. I need help. I'm a human being that is your family member, that is going to be homeless because of their mental disability, that needs somebody to be brave and forgive them for doing stuff that was torturous to them. And then they don't respond. And then if they do, it's to tell me to get help. After a big long silence, when I've reached out again and I've said something more spiteful, like, okay, I guess I'll just die then. And then they're like, you need to get help. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody. I don't understand. I'm the biggest loving heart I've known. I had community of people that came around me just to like hear me do meditations and be around my loving energy. But that's not welcome when it's a trans woman. It's too hard. It reflects the things people don't want to work on. People have stigmas and biases that they love against trans women. It's their entertainment right now. Oh, we hate the trans girls. I can't deal with the fact that you're doing it in a way that I respect. And you're so truthful and honest and on point with what you have to say about transness that it would change my mind somehow. I don't want to see you in person. Then you have to see the look on my face when I'm not comfortable. And so I'm just gonna go, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna go because none of my family will help me, even though I create wonderful art, even though I'm a really, really good person and a great parent that just wants more time with her daughter. And my mother is leveraging every ability she has to get me in a home. She told me yesterday I need treatment, like shock treatment, dude. This woman is a monster human. Monster human. Monster. And she has stained me to my whole family because I told her she was going to get raped in hell by Satan forever. Does that sound like a rational thing that someone of their right mind would say to their mother? It's not even a good insult. It's just extreme. It's just imagery that they didn't want, that my body upchucked when I told them, hey, I'm schizophrenic. I'm really sorry I made weird accusations and said things. I've been schizophrenic this whole time we've had this falling out. Can we heal? Can you help me? I'm in deep shit. And they said, and it was like after Thanksgiving that I had been alone before the holidays, and I was telling them like I didn't want to be alone in the holidays and I wanted to like fix things. And they said, we love you. I hope you feel less stressed. And so my body was just like, okay, I guess you're going to go to hell forever in the rest of your life by having to think of this imagery that I'm going to throw at you that makes me feel disgusted to have come through me. But guess what? Blah. Okay, that's over. I guess I'm living with that. Cool. I'll heal that on my end, forgive myself, forgive you, reach out again and try and explain it and try and explain how I said that thing out of automated response, and that your sensitivity and boundaries and perception of the care that I need is to go get help, which I have had. I have had help, and they have helped me come to this diagnosis of schizophrenia that is still unofficially diagnosed. My mom once said, are you diagnosed? She knows goddamn right I am not. I'm trying to get someone to help me get a psychiatry appointment so they can prod my executive dysfunction, watch me cry like a little girl, and then be like, okay, yeah, this person is severely schizophrenic with executive dysfunction. They can't take care of themselves. But women hate trans women the most. Women hate trans women, even other trans women. I asked a very well-off trans woman I knew for help. Told her I was about to be genocided for real. Just no response. Just no response. No response from any of the trans people I reached out to. They're like, oh, genocide's happening. Whoop, let's not look. And my family, I don't know. They just leave me in the dark, and it is a continual perpetration of my biggest trigger, which is not having people respond to me as I'm asking for help, as somebody who can't get helped properly. And did that to somebody who meant a lot to them, and who was a social worker who had every means to help them. And they really messed up my head. And I kind of lost, it's like, it's more trauma. That trauma of the blank space and the lack of help has worsened my schizophrenia, and especially my executive dysfunction 100-fold. I'm more sick now permanently, I believe, because no one's helping me. Every day, I feel like I'm fighting, turning more into a little kid. Because I just want somebody to come give me a hug. Somebody knocked on my door today with another packet, and I didn't answer it. More people are serving me. It's okay. I woke up today and I sent more messages, really, really, really well put together ones, to some humanitarian organizations. No, not like some law organizations for standing up for transgender people in marginalized situations, to see if we can start a lawsuit chain to come after all the people who have been negligent in my cultural genocide. If I can get that done before I'm dead. It's like, I reach out to people who I know have money and they hate me because I know they have money. And then they tell me they don't. And it's like, even if you don't have money, even if you're fully expended, you come from money. I thought we were friends. I thought you respected me as a human being. I thought you could be an intelligent person who knows that this is like a humanitarian situation, because it's such a gray area for somebody with my breed of schizophrenic executive dysfunction who didn't get ahead of it in time. And then the whole world collapsed on them and has no family support. And then their executive dysfunction was locked down by somebody doing something monstrous to them and then perpetrating it continually. And abuse. Unacknowledged. It's just disgusting, dude. What, like, who's listening? You who are listening. If you're not one of the kind people who's messaged me but has offered me solutions that aren't really the best because you're not in town or whatever, you're somebody I know. What are you thinking? Do you not have $20? I know I was being an asshole about PlayStation games. I'm done with that. I'm on full-on fucking survival mode. I got PlayStation games because I assumed somebody was going to recognize how rational my call for help was. I just assumed. I was just like, dude, I'm so sick. I need help. Somebody in my family is going to step up. I can like get some stuff that I'll enjoy. So I'm going to get this like $120 PlayStation and collect the games for a few $100s with some of the money I have over unemployment and selling things. But food's so expensive and I haven't been able to get like food deliveries set up. And I don't know, it's just like I need a bunch of shit set up, and that's the stuff I can't do. And then people, when I asked for help, they give me those phone numbers, dude. And I'm like, dude, how many times do I have to loop in this situation before somebody can realize that we have an inhumane society and we need somebody to be human to Daphne fucking Garrido in Tukwila, Washington. And it should be somebody who's in her family, who loves her, who can get over the fact that she's a little weird sometimes and come give her a hug, dude. Get over it. Is it scary? Is it really that scary to reach out to me? If you're one of the people who I've reached out into the past, and we haven't talked, but you look, are you afraid to talk to me? As long as you don't lecture me on how you think I should get help, we're having a good conversation. People offer me solutions that I can't really use, but of great intent, and the response is thank you. That seems like a good organization. If I find the capacity to do that, I will. And I don't. And it's not a ploy. It's a mental disability. And nobody will help me. Somebody served me again today, dude. And I'm going to use it. It's another person who's liable. But it's traumatizing all the same, because I keep expecting every day to wake up and have somebody be like, oh my God, you're schizophrenic and your family's going to let you be homeless and you're going to be detransitioned, honey? That's terrible. I want to help you. What the heck is wrong with the world for nobody to have that energy? What? Everybody's so sensitive. Everybody's so sensitive. I am a witch being burnt. Witches were schizophrenic people with executive dysfunction, screaming at people with their body's intelligence, saying mean things and people wouldn't forgive them for, crying, being like, why won't anybody help me? until they're burned on the stake and they're staring at people like this. This is what you're doing. You're watching someone being burned on the stake very slowly with radiating tooth pain since early December, mentioning it often, putting up some of the saddest videos ever where I'm like having a mental breakdown because my teeth start hurting so bad again. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm being killed. I'm being killed and I need a human being and I need donations. I need donations fast or I'm going to be homeless. My power's going to be shut off. If you can't help me financially, do you know someone who can donate anything? What's wrong with my GoFundMe, dude? Can somebody help me make a better GoFundMe or something? I don't understand. It's simple. It's kind of stupid, but it's like, dude, what's wrong with this? Why won't anybody help? What's wrong with everybody? Am I embarrassing? You're embarrassing. It's embarrassing for somebody to think a disabled woman who needs help, who's screaming for help, is like a weird, funny, embarrassing psycho. I'm going to die without seeing my daughter again if nobody helps me. I'm going to die without ever getting a hug from somebody I loved after becoming schizophrenic. And I don't want to do that. I want to live for my daughter, please. So I would very much like it if somebody could help me. Thank you.